All right, welcome everybody to Autopilot Tuning version 2.0. The first version, primitive but mostly functional. Been doing some tweaking on my airliner here to get things kind of better up to speed and without dragging it out anymore. Guess we might as well get her going. As you can see around the cockpit here, lots of gauges, lots of displays, I guess, they gauges. But now that we're airborne, we will gauge our autopilot, let it climb up to 90-degree heading into 3,000 foot altitude. The biggest problem I had getting anywhere reliable with this, honestly, was not getting it to control things, just getting it to not over control things. I was always constantly fighting itself, trying to lawn dart or trying to be a rocket when it's not. So yeah. Got our heading down. The only thing, sometimes if you're doing like a big change now, only thing you really have to do is just put in a counter input right when you're getting to your target, and that I've set it up to do a reset at that point, so it resets the PIDs and gives it a chance to kind of just hone in once it's close, instead of, you know, overshooting by hundreds of feet or several degrees on the heading. And the roll control, as you can see, it's bouncing back and forth a few percent. It's nothing crazy, nothing worth worrying about. I also have some metric stuff over here because the game is built in metric, so it's kind of easier that way. But yeah, guess we'll let it get up to cruise altitude here. We'll put in a couple of changes just to kind of show that off. Take a look at my little slice of peace archipelago out here. As far as I know, no one else has been out here yet. It's about 1,300 kilometers from the start point. And there's the other little islands over there. Actually, when I first found this place, I landed down there out in the ocean and worked my way to shore and started building up a little bit of infrastructure. Now this is just kind of my little base away from things because there's not mountains in the way. There's, you know, 7 little tiny flat islands. Just hang out by yourself. It's quiet, it's peaceful. Alright, so coming up to our first set point. Yeah, I got a few hundred feet left to go yet. I could tune this to go, guess I can turn that up a little. Oh, that is a lot. Yikes. Alright. That up a little bit more, let it climb a little faster. Now it's really wanting to overshoot it, but it's not going to do too bad. I'll manually pitch down a couple of times as we get closer. And there, right as we're hitting the mark, you know, yeah, 14 feet over, it's gonna go back 12 feet under, 50, yeah, so it's gonna try to overall aim low, but eventually it'll figure itself out. Gotta keep it within, I mean, it's gonna stay within 100 feet regardless at this point now. It might overdo and underdo it a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and change our course now. We're gonna reverse to 270. as we're doing that, see how easily we can climb a few thousand more feet as well. And just enjoy the ocean view. Let's do it. This is all hands off now. You plug the settings in, and the range on this plane in its current state is about, if I had to guess, about 1,300 kilometers. I stopped and landed on the way out here, and it was about 1,000 kilometers on the last jump, and it had about 25% battery left after that, so that would be, oh, yeah, overshot our heading. That's what I'm talking. You do have to pay attention a little bit, but as you get close to the mark, just a little bit of negative input against the way the computer's doing it. Nah, it'll straighten itself out the rest of the way. Climbing into the sun, enjoying the scenery, that's what I get for blabbing away. But yeah. No functioning autopilot. Spoiler alert, I will be landing after I'm done recording and uploading this video, and trying to put this autopilot system into my Blackbird, see how that goes. I put it something with a little bit more speed power, see if it's still really kind of hyper overreactive, or you know, maybe if I shoot higher up in the atmosphere, if I'm going for like 30, 40, 50,000 meters up in the air, if it does a little bit better up there with the less dense air, because I definitely had some struggles with trying to control aircraft that high up. So we'll give that a go here. Yeah, we're locked in on our heading now. 100 feet left, climbing at about 1,000 feet a minute, a little over. Keep an eye on it, like I said, once we get close, lock it down. And I mean, I suppose I could either manually bring it back in for a landing, or kind of try to autopilot course my way there to prove the system does work. So another thing I haven't been able to eliminate is that little tail waggle now, trying to constantly auto-correct back to... It's staying on the heading, so it must be like some slight decimal fluctuation that it's getting. And it's trying to fight it. It's good and bad. It's staying on course regardless. Okay, close. Give a little tap opposite. Level itself out. Yeah, there we go. 6,000 feet. 2 down 70-degree heading. So you just land straight in here, yeah? Let's see how quick we can drop altitude. Controlled. Yeah, let's shoot for 1,000. And back off. Throttle a little bit, see if I can get the nose down enough to just do a straight in here. A couple degrees on the heading. There you go. That'll work. That's plenty of room for a runway. And get our gear out. Oh, I know a way to slow us down a little better. Drop the tail. Just cut the throttle for a minute, let it drop. Not a free fall. We don't get down a little bit quick. Autopilot might actually try to stall us. Ah, there's plenty of island left. Yeah, she's gonna maintain a nice little slow glide down for me. It's going a little faster than I think, but all right, cut the autopilot at, oh yeah, good enough. Maintain that glide out. Little dead stick landing. We're back on the ground. Yeah, little demo of our first kind of. I did a video the other day, and I didn't like the progress I'd made on the autopilot system. So hopefully, the improvements we've made here, we can move it on to bigger, better, faster jets. Move it into spacecraft, even maybe. Yeah. Guess I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.